Do you want to be here? Neither do we. That's why we call it the obligatory. We talk about farts, food, Myke's kids, $5,000 beds, girls, comedy, and Kermit's butthole. Yeah, maybe the facts aren't right, but here's the obligatory podcast with Kermit and Myke.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's episode 59 of Obligatory Podcast with myself and Myke Hurley here across from me.
Hello.
What's going on? As always, you can always find us on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Podbean, YouTube, of course, if you want to see our mugs, and
Spotify.
I said Spotify? I said Spotify. Oh, hey, by the way, did you know we have a Patreon account? What's a Patreon account, you say? Well, that helps us pretty much live. So if you want to donate $1, $2, $3, oh, you can go 50. Get crazy.
Yeah,
throw us some money.
I'm pretty impressed with the fans that have been donating so far. Like, I'm amazed that people are signing up to put like $10 a month into this, because I don't put $10 a month into this unless you count the gas it costs me to drive out here to butt fucking Egypt every week. The nice thing is passing all the dinosaurs on the way out here, though. Like, really, you cannot live further from civilization.
Okay, and not that far. It's so cool.
We will never have to worry about like fans showing up at the studio.
Not at all.
Like Studio 1105. Yeah. No, not happening.
But yeah, so we got Patreon, and what do you get for Patreon? You get exclusive behind the scenes videos, and you also get to hear the podcast before it comes out on every Thursday.
Yeah, I actually Steve Sanchez is helping us with of course, the whole show, but also run the Patreon. And I hit him up the other day. I'm like, hey man, I can't access the Patreon account. I should be able to access to see what we're putting up. He's like, well, you need to make a donation. So he's like, he's really. And then today I figured out why he was so hardcore about it, because you got to notice that, like, hey, Patreon has deposited X amount of dollars into your account, and you're like, that never made it to my account.
I haven't seen one dime from
Steve Sanchez is over there like Scrooge McDuck, just rolling around in our coinage.
Going into his PayPal.
Yeah, that son of a bitch.
He's got his bamboozled.
And I'd like to say he deserves every penny of it.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he deserves it.
But
still.
Real quick, where are you at this weekend?
I am actually over at Boardwalk Entertainment Center. I'm doing Bonkers Comedy Club at the Boardwalk Entertainment Center. Right? East Orlando. Friday, April 12th is an 8 o'clock show, and then Saturday the 13th is a 7:30 show, and I actually have Jake Rika hosting for me all weekend, so it's gonna be a good time.
Cup of Jokes podcast.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, but he's been on our podcast.
I helped him on his.
You helped him on his podcast, just like what?
Set it up.
Yeah. Because ours is going so well, you just have time to help other people.
Misery joys company.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and I'm tired of being so flattered. Yeah. But no, good for him. Yeah, we've had Jake on the show before. Good dude. And he's doing that podcast with Joe Sensabella, who's also been on the show.
He's a douche. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, every two-person podcast seems to have like the nice, caring guy and the douchebag. And as we found out on this show, when we started this, I was supposed to be the douchebag, and you were like the sweetheart guy. And the more we do this, we realized, no, you're the asshole.
How? All right. Let's not rewind it back to that. But how? You are more the douche than I am.
Really?
Yes.
You think so?
I think so.
You think so?
Yes.
I doubt it.
You pick fights.
I don't pick fights. Fights pick
old
me.
People.
Fights pick me.
Old people pick fights with you?
Yes.
Okay.
I give them the option.
Biker gangs, old people,
yeah.
Chicks with dicks and all that stuff. Pick fights
I'm
with
a
you.
magnet for trouble. I don't know why. I just want to live my life and be left alone, and it comes to me. And, you know, we always talk about this proverbial black cloud. Driving here tonight, I literally got caught in a rainstorm where I could see the dry road ahead of me, but the fucking rain was just with me. Like, I was looking ahead. I saw cars coming the other direction, bone dry, but I could see where the road got darker, where it was like wet in front of me, but like 20 feet away. And that cloud just fucking stayed. It was that whiteout rain that makes like everything just kind of like, I don't even want to change lanes because I'm afraid I'm going to get sideswiped. So don't tell me that fucking God isn't taking out his wrath on me, because that's what's going on.
I don't think God has time to take his wrath out on you.
Are you kidding me? I totally see where you're coming from. You would think God's busy doing other things.
He is.
But you're telling me this guy doesn't come home? Fucking with me is kind of like his version of, you know, dropping your pants when you get home and watching Netflix. He's like, finally, The end of keeping everybody alive one more day. What's Hurley doing? Oh, rain cloud, rain cloud, rain cloud. Biker gang, biker gang, biker gang. Dog not, guy's not cleaning up after his dog. Fucking let's put him over there.
Give me one scenario that has happened to you since, I don't know, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Saturday, Sunday. Okay, 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Anything has happened that's like, black cloud.
I had a guy when I was driving in the car with my family roll down his window and tell me he has a 45. And I said, well, that's pretty low for an IQ.
Wait, why did he yell that at you?
Road rage
What
scenario.
do you mean,
No, I did nothing this time.
You're so full of shit.
No. This is exactly what happened.
This is exactly what happened. I mind my business, and I was like, "Yo, suck my dick," and then he
pretty much. I was at a stoplight. I was like the fifth car back, and there was the yellow lines. So you got northbound traffic, and I'm in the southbound traffic, right? And this guy comes across from like a gas station parking lot from the other side and decides he's gonna, like, there's no room for him to get in. There's no room. But he comes like horizontally across, so now he's blocking the northbound traffic. And he just, like, I'm gonna let him in when the light turns. There's no room, but it's like, oh, what an asshole, but what are you gonna do? He can't get any closer to our cars, me and the guy in front of me. But then he decides he doesn't want to wait, so he tries to like wedge like the bumper to where it almost hits the front of my car. So I just honk the horn. I'm like, I give him the look like, what the fuck, asshole? You're gonna go. So I roll down my window. I'm like, what's up, man? And he's like, oh, I just got to get in here. I'm like, yeah, you're good. That extra inch isn't going to fucking help you right now.
You guys are yelling
Yeah,
at
yeah.
each other through the cars.
Yeah, windows down.
Okay.
Yeah. So then he goes like this.
Of course you are.
Then he goes like this. He goes like this. He says, thank you for letting me in. But if you want to pull over and discuss this further, we can do that. So I go, I would love to fucking pull over. Yeah. So light turns green. We go, swear to God. And the only thing I feel bad about is I got the kids in the car with me.
Of course you do.
I mean, their mom's there too, but I don't feel horrible about that.
Wait, okay, keep going with the story here.
So we pull onto the next road, and there's a little school, you know, with like the driveway off the road.
You actually pulled over?
No. Check. This is what I did. This is what I did. Because he's in front of me, and he's pointing to pull over, over. So I'm like, all right. So I waited for him to commit to the turn, and then I just got back into the straight line and kept going straight. You know, I did that thing where it's like, fuck you. But then I'm going over the bridge, and I see his car coming up right behind me, like he did the little, yeah. So he pulls up alongside me, and I rolled the window down, and he's like, fuck you, I got a 45. And I'm like, I don't know if anyone's told you, that's pretty low for an IQ. And like, he's like, I'm not talking about, I have a blah, blah, blah. He's like, and he's like, yeah, you're going to look like a pussy in front of your family. You're going to look like a pussy. And I'm just like, dude, the only thing keeping you alive right now is the fact that my family's here. And he's like, I'll fucking kill you. And I'm like, dude, learn to drive not like a bitch and we won't have issues. And then finally, we're at a light and he's right alongside me. But now he's stopped. My lane's backed up where I need to be, but he's blocking traffic. People are going around honking at him, and he's got the window down. He's like, I'm like, you're not gonna do any of that, dude. You know how I know? You're still in your fucking car. He's like, get out, we'll fight. I'm like, oh no. You have a gun. You should be able to just pull it out and shoot me. And now baby's mama's flipping out, like, don't. I'm like, come on, big man, you got a gun. Use it. And then he's like, I'm like, dude, look, I'm not a tourist, because we were like in a very touristy area. I'm like, I'm not a tourist. I'm local. I'll see you when I don't have my kids with me, man. And that was it.
All right, man. That was a lot to dissect. Hold up. Time out.
Okay.
Hold up.
I wasn't going to bring this up, but you pushed me. You acted like I didn't have a situation like this week that made me feel like, you know, God hates me.
This is 3 episodes consistent of your road rage.
And I didn't want to.
So if there's any therapist
I wasn't going to bring
this, you need to reach out to us.
You know, it's funny because I actually, after that situation, we went out to dinner.
Hold on, let me dissect this real quick.
Let me just say real quick. We went out to dinner, and it was the most silent dinner. Like,
I bet.
Like my kids, I feel horrible because my kids, I don't like them seeing me get like that.
They're used to it.
They respond. No, they're not. They really aren't. They respond differently. Like we went out and we were eating dinner, and my oldest son was just kind of like sitting in the booth next to me with his knees up and his arms around his knees.
Okay.
And he was just really quiet. And the whole time this was going on, both of them were just passive, quiet. And with him, he's the sensitive one. So I started like just tickling him to like kind of cheer him up and let him know everything's fine. You know, I'm like, hey, buddy, don't worry about it. I think my youngest son, if he had better dialogue, he would have been like, we should have killed that motherfucker. You know, like.
What makes you say that?
Because he was fine with it. He was like,
fine.
oh, I'll just like. And then, of course, I'm the asshole with their mother because I let it get to that level, which I 100% agree with. I should have just left my window up and not dealt with it at the moment. But seriously, you know what it was? I felt like the guy got really cocky. Like,
dude, you're so fucking road rage, bro.
Dude, once again, let me take you back to the beginning of the story. I was doing absolutely nothing wrong.
I get that, but
when
shit
this
happens.
came upon me.
But then you egged it on.
How did I egg it on?
You want to talk about it by rolling down your window?
No, he said that.
Well, why'd you roll down your window?
He made the motion for me to roll down my window.
I don't believe that.
And he did the bait and switch thing where he's like, thank you for letting me in. That being said, if you want to discuss this further, we can pull over. A man asks you to pull over, you pull over.
Oh, boy, dude.
What?
Bro, man, you got to chill.
Why is this me?
You got to chill.
Dude, you're worse than baby's mama. Why the fuck is this me?
Bro, you're so
I'm just
angry.
living my life. 20 minutes earlier, I had taken the kids out, comic book store, shopping, perfect dad.
Why couldn't you just been like,
day.
yeah, like, F you and just kept driving off?
That's kind of what I did.
No, you lowered the window.
You weren't there, man. You weren't there. You know what I need to do? I need to get a dash cam. So every time something like this happens, I can play it for you.
Please.
And you can be like,
I'll give you
no,
one of the
you were in the
GoPros.
right. You know what I need to do? I just need to make you my life guidance counselor, or my life coach, because you're already doing it with like people I loan money to. You're helping me out with like investment stuff. Now it just needs to be like, I call you when like, is this worth beating this guy's ass? Okay. There you go.
No, it's not worth it, man.
Okay.
And then the douchebag is like, I got a gun. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. That's kind of a pussy thing to say.
I mean, it's one of those things where he needs that safety blanket just
Yeah.
in case you would have got out the car.
Yeah.
So
Fucking pussy. But here's the thing. At one point we're arguing, and it's like the second time he's pulled up right next to me. And when I first had this, he was wearing like one of those chef coats. And I saw the name of the restaurant he works at on the chef coat.
So you fought a chef.
But when he pulled up alongside, he didn't have it. So I think he had noticed that, oh, let me take this off so he doesn't know.
You got in a fight with a chef at Disney.
So at the last conversation when he was like, you're a pussy, you're a pussy, you're a pussy. And I'm like, dude, stop calling me things you haven't had all your life. And then I told him, I'm like, look.
See, man, you egg it on though, dude.
Why? I didn't call him a pussy back. I just said.
The IQ joke.
It was a very good joke, right? I got a 45. Yeah, that was pretty good. It was good.
I'm shocked you didn't laugh.
It's good. Different people handle things different ways, you know? My whole thing is if you get mad, you lose. You know, you're a comic. You know how it is. If you're dealing with a heckler, the worst thing you can do is let them know they got to you. So you just kind of blow it off with comedy.
You weren't doing comedy.
And then I was doing this whole thing to him while he was talking. That always agitates people.
You're doing the mouthing.
Like, blah, 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 blah.
You're doing the
I'm
puppet,
like, you know how I know you're not going to do anything? You're still in the car, asshole. Yeah. But, you know, the thing is, when you're with your like kids and stuff, worst case scenario, you win. You're still the bad guy. You know, worst case, though, I guess the worst case than that is you lose, and now you've, you know, put your kids in
a white guy, black guy, Hispanic?
One of you.
One of my people?
Yeah.
They're the worst.
I think I called him Pablo at some point.
Oh, of course you would have. I'm shocked you didn't say, F you, Pollo Tropical.
Oh, let me write that down. Let me write that down. You know what I hate about Pollo Tropical?
Don't you have a taco truck?
They run out of chicken. Pollo Tropical, like 10:30 at night. We're out of chicken.
Tropical's garbage food anyways.
I like the grilled chicken, actually. Yeah. But, yeah, man. So I noticed, though, they had the chef coat on earlier. So at one point when we were talking about something, I'm like, I'll see you soon, chef. And, like, you saw his face just go, like, because he realized I saw the chef jacket with the name. So this weekend I'm going to cruise out to his job.
So you know the restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
What does it rhyme with?
I'll tell you off air.
Why? You think he listens?
Oh, I'm sure.
You think he listens to this podcast?
Dude, we have dozens of people.
The one guy you decide to cut off, or he cut you off, whatever, and he listens to our podcast.
And he's going to be hurt to find out that he's a fan of the show and then realize that it was me. You know, you should never meet your idols. That's what I'm saying.
Your idols? Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good Lord, dude. Get some counseling.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
I wasn't
going to bring that up.
I didn't bring it up. You brought it up.
No, you brought it up. You're
How
like,
did I bring it up?
You're like, name one thing that happened this weekend that shows that.
You could have lied. You could have been like, nothing happened.
I'm not going to lie to you, man. I lie to everybody else in my life. I don't have to lie to you.
Touche.
You're my one. You are my therapy. I come here and let all this shit out.
Is that what it is?
So, dude, but after that, I did go out and
I hate these things.
I did go out and try to figure, okay, maybe my road rage, you know how they say, like, if something happens once, you know, it's probably, you know, it happens, I guess. But if you find it happening a lot, maybe the issue is you. Like, if everybody around you is assholes, maybe you're the asshole.
I mean,
you know?
you have already
it's a reoccurring theme.
More than once a month is a lot.
Dude, I hate driving. Just hate it. So here's a couple of tips that I found online to control my road rage. And you know the problem? Just sitting in the comfort of my house reading this.
You getting pissed off?
Pissed me off. Like, who would do that? Ah!
So let me hear these Zen moments.
I think it's such bullshit because, like, the first one is control your anger, which if I could do that, I wouldn't be fucking reading these goddamn tips.
Clearly, you're failing on that one.
Yeah. Number 2, don't take traffic problems personally. It's kind of hard. When someone's like rolling down the window going, we want to pull over. Number 3, avoid making eye contact with the aggressive driver. I'm not a bitch. No, fuck that.
Okay, keep going. Jesus Christ, dude.
Number 4, don't make obscene gestures. That's my constitutional goddamn right. Freedom of expression.
Dude, why are you even looking these up? You're not going to do any of those.
Number 5, don't tailgate, which I don't. I never tailgate. But you know what happens? If you don't tailgate and you leave that one car space, that's when assholes come in and like fucking cut in front of you, and now you're tailgating. I'm not tailgating. That guy cut me off. There's a fucking difference.
No, that's just you letting the issue get away from you.
Use your horn sparingly. Even a polite honk can be misinterpreted.
Do you got a weak horn?
I had a Mitsubishi Eclipse that had a broken horn, and I would still beat on the horn and yell, and that seemed to, maybe I just need to disconnect my horn. Don't block passing lanes. I don't do that. At all. And don't block the right turn lane. Sometimes if the right turn lane is also a go straight lane, you ever see that? It's hard not to, because you think you got the green line, then you stop, and then the people behind you got the right turn signals. You're like, I know, I didn't mean to be here. So
I like how this is stuff you had to look up and you just didn't automatically know.
I think it's all bullshit. I don't think any of that
I think
helps.
it's just common sense.
Let's see. You can control road rage. No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
You're telling me you don't get road rage?
No, not like you.
Not like me. Give me an example of your road rage.
I don't have any.
Perfect.
I don't have any road rage. I maybe curse at somebody or I do the
You don't honk the horn?
Yeah, I'll do the horn thing.
Yeah.
But it's because
like
they're not moving.
what's it take to get the honk? Like just they're looking down at their phones when there's a stoplight.
That's a horn.
Okay. But if someone like cuts you off, you don't honk, you're just okay.
But I don't like roll down your window.
I didn't do that either.
Or they say roll down your window. I'm like, man, whatever. I just keep driving.
Really?
Yeah.
That happened a lot?
It happened once or twice. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't engage it.
Mm-hmm. But I sit there and I try to be that passive guy. Like even that situation right there. I saw the guy. Okay, he's cutting across yellow lines. He's blocking traffic. I know there's no place for him to go. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, he's an asshole, but whatever. But then really, you got to take that extra. You've stopped, and now you're inching up.
Here.
You're about to hit my car. If you hadn't been about to hit my car, which is the perfect time to use your horn, wouldn't you agree? If someone's about to bump into you, that's why I use my horn. And then I'm the asshole. You're cutting across the wrong way over a yellow line blocking traffic, but I'm the dick because you can't drive? Get the fuck out of here.
I guess I don't have that issue, man. I don't have road rage. I'm too zen.
Yeah. Were you zen today when your students were making fun of your glasses?
Hey.
What?
Hey.
What's up, Four Eyes? Let's talk.
Don't. This
fucking
hurts.
Coke bottles over there. Why are you wearing glasses today, Kerm?
Oh, I hate them, man.
Why are you wearing glasses?
Because I'm going blind.
Yeah, what happened, though? Like, because I've never seen you with glasses.
You never seen me with glasses?
Nope.
I always wear glasses.
Nope, never
I wore
seen
glasses all through my, well, you didn't know me in middle school, but whatever.
Mm-mm.
Nah, apparently you have to take out your contacts at a certain amount of time.
Yeah, they put that right on the box.
No, they don't.
Sure they do.
I was wearing them way too long. I don't sleep in them.
Okay.
But I wear them way too long. Like I'll wake up at 7 in the morning, and then let's say I had other bar like on a Monday, I won't get home till midnight, maybe 1. So I had the contacts on the whole day.
And you're not supposed to leave them in?
No, and he's like, your blood vessels are they're seeping into your pupils, and that's what causes glaucoma. I'm like, oh fuck, that sounds dangerous. Like I don't know glaucoma.
I like how you make the guy who's trying to help you and keep you healthy sound like a white nerd.
He's a black guy actually. He just talks white. He's like, Kermit, I see you have been wearing your contacts too long. Like, yeah. He's like, nope, can't do that anymore. I need you to wear these glasses for a week. So I got to wear my glasses for a week. And then I got to go back in. You can put steroids in my eye. I take these drops that have steroids.
I was going to say, your eyes are looking buff.
They're looking buff.
They're looking
fucking working out here. Eyeballs.
Like your eyeballs are going to have some roid rage. They're just going to be like challenging each other. Like,
stare the shit out of you, boy.
They're going to be talking shit to your nose.
So that's why I'm wearing these damn Coke bottles, man.
And you had to wear them at class today?
Yeah.
And your students were laying into you?
Dude, I had one kid coming to me. He's like, I'm not that scared of you now. I was like, get away from me.
Give me 20.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
They
don't look bad. It's just different.
Oh, they
I'm
look
not
bad.
used to seeing you.
Dude, look how small my eyes look in these things. And then when I take them off, look, like, doit.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. There's a little optical illusion going on there.
They're like super. And I'm like negative 750 or something like that.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, you were telling me because my youngest wears glasses too. And you were telling me you've worn glasses since you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
Like were you a baby when you started wearing glasses or?
I think I was probably like maybe 7, maybe 8.
Yeah.
I didn't have them when I was a baby.
No. I'm getting to the point, man. Like
I'm blind as fuck.
I picked up some cheaters just like at Walgreens and stuff, but I do need to get to an eye doctor because like, you know, I had that thing happen, what was it, last year where I just woke up in the middle of the night and felt my eyes go out of focus as soon as I woke up. And like now, like I go to a restaurant and I'm just like holding that menu out a little bit further or trying to adjust. So,
well, that's better than you, man. You're seeing better. I can't see shit. If I take these out, I can't see your face.
That's why you don't get road rage. You can't see how many people insult you on a daily basis. Now, you can't see me right now?
It's just a blur.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Well, I mean, that's easy. It's 5.
Wrong.
We go out of the other.
You didn't look at the other hand.
I can't tell, like, the Cheech and Chong album. I can't read that.
Okay.
The big Hellboy poster behind you, and I don't know what that is. It's just a big blur.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Like I can't read the time on my iPad.
Even Eric Lutz could read that.
Eric Lutz has better vision than me.
Yeah, Eric Lutz is our
and he's a blind comedian. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
But you know, so it's been a week. But you know what I've been doing this past week? Catching up on, or not catching up, rewatching Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. So you watched it before.
Yeah, I usually, when I'm watching stuff, I wait until all the episodes are out, and then I watch the whole thing. Like I'm talking about like series finale, because I like to just sit down and have the beginning of the story and the end of the story. And I always laugh at those people that are like, oh, I can't wait till next week to see what happens. I'm like, I'm not one of you. And Game of Thrones, I think it was they were in season 5 when I sat down to start watching it, because I'm like, look, I'll start watching it now. And by the time I'm up to, you know, season 5, the last season will already be out. But I didn't know they took like years off in between shit, you know. So I became one of those suckers who was all caught up. And I liked the show, so I was like watching just episodes back to back. So I burned through. So I watched all the seasons, and then I had to go back now and rewatch them all again because the new season's coming out, and I tend to forget stuff when it's been that long.
Do you have HBO?
A friend has HBO.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how are you going to watch all these damn new episodes?
Yeah. I have a friend's league. Speaking of which, Netflix is jacking up their prices again this month.
It's expensive for that person that I'm using their account.
Yeah. And I'm that person. I'm the person who pays the full price for like 5 different accounts. And I'm like, I only need one of these accounts. So some people might be losing their Netflix this week. Just so
Wait, they're
know.
charging you based on how many accounts are on it?
Well, you got different tiers of pricing. I think the first tier is like for 1 or 2 screens, so you can have 1 or 2 people in the house using Netflix or wherever they are on your account. But I think the top tier right now is like up to 5 different accounts.
I wouldn't know because I use someone else's.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you might see it soon, too, because if they jack up prices and people are like, nope, I'm going down to 3 accounts, you'll find out who your friends are real quick.
Well, hopefully Hopefully she doesn't do that.
Yeah. Sorry, man. It's my grandma on the other account. So, yeah. But, I've been watching Game of Thrones, and it's such a good show. Have you watched it?
Yeah, of course.
Are you all up to date on it? Really? You're ready for the new season?
I just finished watching on YouTube. They have a 12-minute recap.
Yeah. Someone
I watched
edited
that.
a 12-minute recap.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep. I was actually the other day going, you know what? I'm gonna make a recap. I'm gonna do it in song form, and it's gonna be like to Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire."
You're gonna do it.
I was gonna do it,
and
I went to Google it. Someone did it in 2014.
Oh, they already did it.
Yeah, there's like a. It's not like a recap, but it's definitely all Game of Thrones themed. We Didn't Start the Fire with Billy Joel, and it's pretty funny. It's not bad.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, but that. Don't you feel like that theme song just needs some lyrics, though? Boom, 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 boom. Like sometimes when I'm just listening, I always, usually when I'm watching something, I'll skip through the theme. This is the only thing, like I skip the end whenever they have the behind the scenes of the episode.
Oh, I love watching that.
No, I skip it. And when they give the upcoming stuff, I just skip all that. Saves me 7 minutes of the episode. I'm back onto the next one. But I will let that theme song just play the whole time.
Do your hair stand up on your arm?
It's pretty good. I like it.
Do your loins?
What I need to is I need to just get a soundtrack of just that theme, and whenever like I'm ready to have road rage, I just roll down the window, don't say anything, but start blasting that theme, and then I just grab my Valerian broadsword. And
you got a Valerian steel sword?
There's only a few left.
You're one of the many.
Few left in the Seven Kingdoms. It's like all the fucking and the fighting. Some is incest, some is sex, but most is incest. Less talking, more fighting. Another king. Yeah.
There's so much in that damn show. He's like, wait, what? Oh, I gotta explain this. Or
like so much of what they have going on could stand on its own episode. Like I would watch just a series of Arya Stark and like her journey. Like I wouldn't even need anything else. Like the many face gods and everything.
Oh yeah.
Like I love that whole storyline. Her walking around with her little list. I would watch if Game of Thrones was just about her and the people she was hunting down. I would still watch it. It'd be great. You know, and I don't know how I feel about the Hound. You know,
I like him.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I like him.
But he's kind of like one of those guys that
we definitely want to see him versus his brother.
I mean, and who doesn't love Tyrion, right?
Oh, I drink
and I know things.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love that guy? Even when he's a piece of shit, he comes back and does something that you're like, he's kind of a good guy, though. You know,
he hasn't really done anything that's really a piece of shit. If you think about it.
What do you think of Brienne of Tarth?
Brianna Tarth. Which one is that one?
The huge one that swore her service. Like everybody, she swears her service to.
Yeah. The chick that can beat everyone's ass.
Yeah, she fought the bear.
Yeah, I just want her to hook up with that wilding guy.
The way he looks at her is like a little creepy.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff, we got these dead people banging out our doorsteps. We got these other people out to kill, and he's still like throwing a little side eye.
That's the love story I want to see. That's the love story I want to see.
Oh man. And the thing is, even though I've seen it before, there's still scenes that just get me. Like when Jon Snow gets stabbed by all his own guys.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh man, come on, Jon.
The Red Wedding.
That's not, or Hodor against the door.
You find out what Hodor was really.
Yeah. You get a little teary-eyed. Like,
yeah.
So what do you think the most, like, if you could do without like some storyline in Game of Thrones, what would it be? It's hard because I get that they're all intertwined.
Well, there's one storyline. I mean, spoilers, whatever, but I still don't understand what was the purpose of it when that Red Witch freaking gave birth to Venom.
Because that thing went out and killed.
Okay.
Yeah, it went out and killed.
So we're
Remy.
not going to explain the fact that she popped out of a demon out of her cooch.
Yeah, that was the whole purpose of it.
And that's just it? Are we just going to accept that?
Yeah, so that shadow could sneak into the tent and kill Remy Baratheon.
And where's that shadow thing at now?
It dispersed once its duty was done.
What?
Yeah. That's how blood magic works. It's very single usage.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, I guess. I never got that.
Mm-hmm.
Like this chick just shot out the smoke monster from Lost out of her cooch.
Yeah.
They went and killed the guy.
And like all you had to do was not have it have, the guy's face on it, and he would have been free and clear. But Brienne Tarth was walking around going, I saw a shadow with Baratheon's face. And it's like, wear a mask, Shadow.
Wait, it had a face?
Yeah, it had the face of who was the Baratheon that burned his own daughter.
Oh, okay, the brother of the guy
Yeah,
who died
yeah.
from the hog.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know names way more than I do because you're
Well,
fresh
it's
on it.
because I'm
Yeah.
watching it. Yeah, I'm burning through episodes right now, so I'll be all ready because I'm on like season 6, episode 7 right now. So I think I got 3 more.
So that was
episodes.
a one-time birth.
That was it was a
baby
one-off
thing.
Yeah, it was a one-off.
Wow. I was so confused.
Yeah, glad I could help.
Yeah, you helped me out.
You're welcome.
Well, thanks, I guess.
That's what I'm here for. I just
Smoke coochie.
hope it's not going to be all like disappointing the last season.
Hell no, it's not going to be disappointing.
I hope it's not like Sopranos where they're just all singing a diner and it goes to black. And
I never finished Sopranos.
Really?
Yeah, I got bored.
Yeah.
Got bored. But, I mean, from what I heard, they had the fight scenes for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone had a safe word.
Wow.
They had safe words because they were getting hurt.
Wow.
And like the last battle or the battle of the bastards, a lot of people got hurt on that one.
Yeah, that guy irks the shit out of me.
Which one?
What's his name? The one that takes over for
The one that gets his face eaten off by dogs?
Yeah, the one that turns.
We're spoiling this, by the way. If
Theon.
you haven't watched this,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
on you.
That's on you, man.
The
You
one that
should-
turns Theon into Reek or whatever.
cuts off his wang wang.
Yep, and then takes Sansa Stark as his wife and like abuses her. Like that was one of those deaths you were just happy to see.
Yeah, that's a lot. There's a lot of like nipple cutting and wang cutting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole army with no dicks.
You know, the actor that played Joffrey he's like retired from acting.
What do you mean retired?
Like he's done because his character was so hated. Like
Shut up.
no, it was actually one of the few behind the scenes I watched where the writers were talking about the kid who played Joffrey. They're like, never has there been someone who's so different from his on-screen character. And they were like, the saddest thing when Joffrey was poisoned and killed was that we wouldn't get to be working with this kid anymore because everybody loved him. He was such a sweet kid and
Right.
everything. But apparently that casting has led him to be like so hated that anytime he's auditioned for anything else, people are like, we only see you as, you know, this evil little prick.
So it's kind of like the
So-
Star Wars guy,
Which Star Wars?
Anakin.
Oh, yeah.
From 1, 2, and 3?
With that Hayden Christensen, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Where you take that role and it's just
Everyone
pigeonholed you
hated
for
him.
life. Yeah.
everyone hates him for
That's
it.
why Jar Jar Binks hasn't been in anything else.
Well, he could have been because he's just a guy in a suit. So he's actually like a dancer or some shit like that.
The voice was a dancer guy. Yeah.
No, the actual actor.
That wasn't a costume. That was CGI.
No, it's in a costume.
That was not a costume.
Dude, I watched it behind the scenes.
Jar Jar Binks is not a costume.
It's a CGI costume.
Well, what is it? Is it CGI or a costume?
Both. The guy will walk around. He had a big green suit on, then he had the head,
Yeah.
and then he had a little hole in his
Yeah.
for his face.
So they did the motion capture
And
with him.
it was a black
Yeah,
guy.
I was going to say it wasn't a latex like Jar Jar Binks costume.
A little bit, not but it's still green. Whatever.
You know, am I the only one when I'm watching Game of Thrones and I just keep going, Hodor, Hodor? I'm like, I am Groot. I am Groot.
Oh, you think that's Groot?
Yeah, well, it just seems like they got the same thing going on. Like,
Well-
this is the only phrase I have.
Groot has more of a
Mm-hmm.
knowledge than Hodor. Hodor had a IQ of a dirt. So
You think so?
what do you mean you think so? He was kind of dumb after this guy made him have a stroke.
Yeah, that still doesn't make sense to me, like how he had a stroke when he was a kid.
Because he went into his head and effed up his head.
When he was a kid?
Yeah. And then he just like scrambled eggs his brain.
Yeah, but the timeline doesn't work for me.
The timeline doesn't work.
Like, he went into his head.
Mm-hmm. To watch something that happened in the past. And then he effed him up. He realized, he was like, oh, I'm the reason why Hodor is Hodor.
Yeah, it still doesn't work timeline-wise.
Okay.
It's like that whole Back to the Future
I mean,
thing. If
we
I had
literally
like
talked
lines
about a
and-
woman giving birth to a smoke monster out of her cooch.
there's plenty of babies walking around this earth that I'm like, that's a smoke monster.
That's a smoke monster.
Yep. So, not to get away from Game of Thrones, but to get away from Game of Thrones, what's going on with your boy Conor McGregor lately? Like 2 weeks ago, I said, hey, man, he announced he's retired, and you're like, he'll be back.
Yeah, I know he's going to be back.
And now last week, he's like, I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was 7 days. That's not even like a real vacation, you know? And he came back and he made some comments about, what was it? His last match was against that guy, Khabib, right?
Oh, you talking about what he said about Khabib's wife?
Yeah, like he's trying to bait him into a rematch, right?
I don't think he really wants to have a rematch with him because I think he knows he get his ass whooped again.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Isn't the only way for him to get back on top by rematching the guy?
I guess, but dude, Khabib fights bears. There's a video of this guy fighting a bear.
So we should get him to fight Brianna Tarth.
Yeah, 'cause that's the closest thing you can have a good fight. But
So
dude, anyone that fought a bear or any animal and wins, I'm just like, no, I don't want to fight that guy.
when I was a kid growing up in Connecticut, there was a fairground not too far from my house, and they had a bear there, and it had its nails clipped, and it had a muzzle on. But like you could sign up to wrestle the bear.
God, we're horrible people.
That's the generation I lived in, you know?
Jesus.
So now when people are like, I don't think it's fair what they do to elephants and we need to get them out of the circus. I'm like, where I grew up, we fought bears.
Dude, you hear about that? We'll come back to Connor. You hear about that poacher?
What poacher?
He was trying to, like an elephant poacher in Africa.
No.
So he got mauled by a rhino.
Sounds fair.
And then stampeded by an elephant,
Mm-hmm.
and then eaten by a lion.
Mm-hmm.
And they just found his remains. It's a
Nice.
skull and like ripped pants.
Just on top.
Yeah, dude.
One animal.
It's so Lion King.
They were like, not today, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. That's one for the animals. I love when I hear shit like that.
Yeah, that's like Safari Road Rage.
When safari goes wrong,
Yeah.
it goes wild.
Yeah. Whenever people are like, oh, hunting is a sport, I always I forget what comedians say. He's like, no, a sport would be if the deers had guns as well.
Yeah. Hunting the sport as you have a freaking rifle
Yeah.
that can blow a hole through a damn a car door, and you're shooting a deer.
I always like when you see the guys wearing the orange camouflage. And it's like, well, why are you wearing orange camouflage? They're like, well, deers are colorblind. I'm like, you know who started that rumor? A deer.
You think deers have vision?
Deers are just walking through there now, just going, look at that guy in orange over there. I'm going to stand here for a second grazing, but as soon as he's ready, I'm running.
Jeez.
So, Connor, what do you say? He's trying to, like...
So, he made fun of Khabib's while I pulled it up.
He posted something on...
So, Khabib got married. I don't know when he got married, but I guess tradition is...
It looked like an older photo.
Yeah, I guess it's tradition.
And his wife's Muslim.
Okay, so tradition in Muslim is to put a, I guess, ceremony towel over you.
Like a full head garb.
Yeah, and he goes, your wife's a towel, mate.
And if you saw this, it does look like a Charlie Brown Halloween where Linus just takes a sheet and puts it over himself as a
She's not
ghost.
a towel. I mean,
She is not a towel.
I mean,
but, and how many retweets did it have?
oh, I mean, this is old, but there's like 2,000. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more.
Yeah, so
I mean,
like I get that you want to, bait the guy and lure him out, but there's always been like, especially in Italian culture, like women and children, you leave them out of it. So just to go for man.
she looks like.
You gonna post this on the you gonna put this on the Facebook page?
I'm sorry, man, but yeah,
You're enjoying this too much.
She's like those old like boo costumes. You just put little circles on it.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
exactly
gosh.
what it looks like.
It's like a magic trick.
So did Khabib respond to that, or
Yeah, he's gonna kill him. That's what he's gonna say. I think.
that's what he wrote?
I'm pretty sure that's what he wrote.
Kill you.
I don't
And
know.
then I read another article where apparently Conor got into a bar fight in Ireland, which is I just
that
assume
guy cannot stay out of trouble.
I just assume every night's a bar fight in Ireland. But when you're Conor
shit.
McGregor, maybe not fight him.
Dude, that guy's money is just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Khabib's coach defends Twitter responds, whatever. But yeah, whatever. I mean, right now UFC they're having a hard time trying to even push pay-per-views because nobody's buying them. They got so many pay-per-views and they got like some of the best fighters. Like I think like there's like a lightweight fight happening this week, and they can't sell tickets.
No.
No one wants to buy that every damn pay-per-view, man. It's too much.
Yeah, I remember when it was like
Once every
couple months,
Yeah,
special event.
Dude, every week there's a
Every
fight.
week.
Every
That's
week.
how often it is nowadays.
And I would say every week there's a fight, and then every other week there's a pay-per-view. Dude, that's like almost like three pay-per-views in a month. It's ridiculous. Like I think they do like 1 week off. That's it. Because they'll be like, oh, we're having one in Europe, we're having one in New York, oh, we're doing it in Vegas. So it's like, oh, it's different time zones. So it's just like.
So even if you're a fighting fan, it's almost impossible to keep up with everything going on.
I mean, yes and no, because now they get to do the ESPN Fight Pass, and if you subscribe to that, then you get to see everything. But I don't think the pay-per-views fall into play. I don't know how it works because I don't do it. But
yeah, it was funny because I was at other bar the other night with you, and I guess something's going on with basketball right now.
March Madness.
What is it, March Madness? Is that college or is that like
college.
professional? Okay.
It's college.
So so that's March Madness. What's the Final Four? Is that college too?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the top 4 teams.
Yeah.
So people, because I walked up on conversation and people were talking about, the finals. And I thought they were talking about Buddy versus Duff on Food Network.
Okay.
Because that's the shit I watch. Like, Buddy is the cake boss from like New York, and Duff Goldman is from like Maryland, and they've been in the 6-week heated battle that I've been watching every Sunday for like who's the top cake maker, and that's when I realized I'm just not a man.
Yeah, you don't know what the hell you're
I don't know anything. Really, I know exactly. You want to talk cakes? We can talk cakes, motherfucker.
Cake. Talk about sports.
You want to talk fondant? You want to talk about 3-tier? You want to talk about fillings? I got it.
I don't even know who won last night. So whatever. Virginia. That's what I'm looking at.
But you're good at faking it when guys are talking sports. Like it doesn't matter what they're talking about. I've heard you talk sports with other guys.
Virginia.
Okay.
Virginia won.
You just sit back and throw in that like, but their defense isn't there. Like, you don't even know what sport they're talking about. You just throw in the like, if they worked on the offense, and it's all about the preseason, and like, really, we just need a good pick this year. And I'm like, what sport were they talking about? You're like, I don't know. You're so good. You're like the sports whisperer. You know how to be a dude when you have to be a dude.
I know how to be a dude when I need to be. But usually I'm just doing that because I want to get a free beer or get a meal ticket.
Yeah. You just pick up on little things. Like, you're like, the Sherlock Holmes movies where Robert Downey Jr. sees everything. You walk up to a thing. You can see like the logo on the guy's socks. You can see their height. You can see the scars from some sports injury. And you just walk up. You're like, I love polo. They're like, I used to play polo in college. You're like, did you? Wink,
is that an FSU tattoo? Yeah, bro. Do the shake.
Yep. But then when you meet people who are in martial arts, you treat them like shit.
That's not true.
Really?
I just
like, you have 2 or 3 stories where you bump into people in their karate gis and you try to be cool with them, and they just give you like dickhead looks because they don't know that you're in martial arts as well.
No, I think it's just I'm starting to realize I need to stop being a dick.
Oh, so now we realize you are the douchebag.
No. You still got the crown, but
undefeated
being a douche. But I just need to like realize like not everyone wants to hear. Jokes.
It seems like a lot of martial arts people, when you first of all, I was in karate for 7 years, Taekwondo. And the first thing I would do is get out of my gi. So whenever you see people in their uniform hanging out at Barnes and Nobles, it's like, I kind of feel like you want me to say something, I
remember my first time I ever put on hand wraps for kickboxing. I was such a douche. I was young though. I left the hand wraps on and I
just walked around.
I walked through Publix. Like I was gonna do something.
Like you were gonna come around the dairy section and have to battle someone.
The shit out of the cereals.
Yeah. But I'm the idiot for rolling down my window. But you're walking around Publix looking to take on someone in frozen foods.
I'm not an adult at that time. You were an adult.
I would never call myself an adult. I don't identify as an adult.
When you have the kids with you, you have to be an adult.
No, they can be the adult. I'll be the kid.
The kids got to be more adult than you?
Aiden's more of an adult than I'll ever be.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Counseling going to happen there, baby.
He's such a good kid. Such a good kid.
Damn omen you were.
So when you see people out wearing gis, what do you usually say to them?
No, not anymore.
Because you seem to end up in a conversation every time.
Well, no.
And it's never like, hey, I'm in martial arts too. Where do you study? You usually say something like, hi-ya! Which is the worst thing you can say.
But I'm at a comedy store or I'm at a comedy show. So I'm already in like that
comedy mindset.
Yeah, I'm not thinking like respect.
Like there was a guy, we were at open mic one night. There was a guy who wanted to, I left you alone for like 10 minutes. And there was a guy that wanted to like full on fight you or something.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't know. So it doesn't count. I didn't realize it until like
if I'm not aware there's a threat, it doesn't count as a threat.
We might have a fight this Saturday, which at the karate school if you want to swing by.
Why?
If not, I'm gonna videotape it anyways.
Why?
So Vinny Santino.
Yeah.
Vinny Santino's an actual legit boxer.
Okay.
I don't know why, but Joe wants to spar him.
Sensabella.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm telling Joe, like, yo, he's gonna fuck you up. He's like, no, man, you underestimate me. Like, no, I don't. I'm telling you, this guy's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, training, stamina, all that comes into play.
And he's like, no, I just want to go like light. And I was like, okay, so they're gonna come to the gym, and I'm gonna let them fight.
Wow.
Well, last time sign waivers and everything.
Yeah, you know that's funny. Being in hospitality, bartending for 13 years and stuff like that. Like I can tell you, most fights aren't like what you see in a movie. You know, it's not going to be this, drawn out, choreographed everything. Most fights are maybe 2 punches before it's on the ground, wrestling, pulling each other
jab,
apart.
the other person throws a punch, the other dude steps back and then hits him again with a 1-2 and it's over.
And either the guy goes down or they end up on the floor and they end up grappling. I think a lot of these barroom brawlers with no training, they're not prepared to go
toe-to-toe with somebody that knows what they're doing.
Against someone who goes into a fight knowing they're going to take a couple of shots to the head, knowing that they're planning on doing 3 or 4 rounds. Like a lot of these guys exhaust themselves on that first haymaker, and it's like you're not prepared to go the distance with a guy who's just like has that endurance.
Dude, just like Tyson said, man, everyone has a game plan until you get punched in the face. And, dude, that game plan goes out the window.
That's exactly what it is.
Face.
What we were talking about a video the other day that I was watching about a guy that just was going up to people. It's a YouTube video, but he was trying to sell his method of bobbing and weaving.
Right.
But he was just going up in the video. He goes up to random people and he's got boxing gloves. And he's like, hey, here's the deal. You're going to go at me for like 45 seconds trying to hit me in the face. You wear these gloves. I'm not allowed to hit you back. And I'm just going to wear a mouthpiece. And they're like, okay, what's the catch? He's like, nothing. You just have to try and hit me in the face.
It's a dope video if you haven't seen it. It's on YouTube.
They're like, well, are you going to run? They're like, you can't run. He's like, that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing. Right. And this guy, just watching these, quote unquote tough guys, because he goes looking around for the guys who look like the badasses. Yep, tattoo guys or bigger dudes. And just seeing these guys exhaust themselves trying to hit something for 45 seconds is ridiculous.
Yeah, he goes, how to win it. He goes, it's called Fight Smart. That's the channel, Fight Smart. And it's how to win a street fight with head movement and simple. Learn simple. Yeah, and just
now you being a trainer and martial artist and everything else.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. When you look at that video, like I'll send you martial arts videos from time to time, and you'll be like, "Yeah, that's bullshit or that's fake." When you look at that, is that actually?
That was legit.
That's legit. That's like the same bobbing, weaving you would use for boxing or anything like that.
Dude, that guy's just moving around, keeping his distance. Slipping, moving. Yeah, dude, guy's form is great.
So you think if Joe and Vinny go at it this week, that's what Joe's
not ready for? This is going to be completely opposite. It's going to be Joe going forward, and Vinny just going to be sticking him in that jab hand right in his stupid face. And, Dude, I watched Vinny fight. Son of a bitch can fight.
Oh, did you? Where did you see him fight?
Like, he put it on Facebook.
Oh, like he had a professional bout a while ago or something?
He recently had one, like last month.
Nice.
And he would have won.
Decision?
He went to decision, which when you're watching, it's like, oh, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
But, dude, the dude can throw hands.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight him. I told him right in his face, like, I don't want to fight you. Can I kick you? He goes, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
That turns into that Conor McGregor and Mayweather, right?
He's got long
arms. Did he fight
Mayweather?
Conor
fought Mayweather. Got his ass whooped.
Yeah. But now I want to see Mayweather go and do some, go into Conor's ring.
That'll never happen.
No, it wouldn't. But I respect Conor for going in there and going. You got to think reflexes would have kicked in at some point when he was in that boxing match. Going, man, I just out of nowhere want to throw
a little bit. I like when you watch that fight. Conor's so full of shit though. He's like, I hit you, mate. I hit you. And he's like, oh, that's what you got out of this. You douche. He embarrassed you, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
So
how many rounds did they go?
I think only like 5, maybe 6.
That's still.
He's like, I got tired.
Yeah, because you're not used to
you're not used to it. So, but no, that's gonna happen Saturday. So
Saturday,
I'm gonna put that video up on Patreon first.
Yeah,
and then I'll distribute it later down the line.
We should make money off there.
I'm gonna make money off of this.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna put it on everyone's Facebook to make them laugh.
Oh wow. So speaking of social media, you went on Instagram a little bit ago and you threw out, as we do time to time, like what topics do you want us to discuss? And speaking of Joe Sensabella, I think he put like 6 comments, which weren't really comments of topics. It was more just pitching his podcast.
Yeah, I was just pitching his podcast that I hope.
So I hope Vinny knocks him on his ass.
Oh, for sure.
But what else? We got some serious. Some of our listeners actually need our help, our insight on some things.
All right. So we'll start from the bottom.
That's why we're here.
Steven Sanchez. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Steven Sanchez, our
shoe heighteners, knee surgery to add 2 inches, extra phone books for your car seat.
He's probably talking both of us on that one. Have you ever tried shoe inserts?
You know what I have.
Have you tried those lift shoes?
Yes.
Really?
The lift shoes. They have like a little rubber piece. You put it in your heel.
Yeah.
And it lifts your heel up.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
It makes you taller.
Do you have them?
No, I don't have them.
Yeah.
I had them like in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I wore them
and
for
like
prom.
nobody noticed that some days you were 2 inches taller than other days?
It was just for prom.
It was just for prom?
It was just for prom.
Just so you could be taller than your date in her heels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could be the same level. Yeah. Yeah.
Are they uncomfortable?
No, you don't even feel them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just slip right in and just walk in towel.
Did anyone notice that you were taller that
A
night?
couple people called me out like, dude, you got platforms on? Like, no. I was like, which I did because the damn shoe was like.
I was going to say, the mid 90s was, the big ecstasy rave days, but it was also Jinko jeans and like the Skechers with the huge.
Skechers had the huge heels.
And yeah, I went from wearing Skechers all through the 90s to back to wearing like Chucks, like,
Right.
And you feel like I probably lost 4 inches. My driver's license still says I'm 5'10", and I'm definitely 5'7", 5'6", something like that. So next question, Sanchez, you're a dick.
Yeah, Chris Lee Jack, talk about best and worst foods.
Oh,
dude, I pretty much eat everything except for like raisins and Indian food. I fucking hate Indian food.
I like raisins. It's the only way I can.
Because you're white.
It's the only way I
put
can
that
eat
shit in
oatmeal.
potato salad.
No, I only eat potato salad.
Ugh.
I can throw it in oatmeal.
It's the fucking turds of the fruit. Yes, it is. Yemi, would you rather get 50 cents for every joke you told in public or $50 for every stranger you kiss?
I probably make more money on the jokes, even though it's only 50 cents. Plus, kissing a stranger nowadays, you're pretty much going to jail.
Strangers, bro?
Yeah, for $50.
For $50?
That if you're kissing strangers for $50, you're a prostitute. That's how that works.
That
That sounds like a back page issue.
She wrote a bunch of. Oh, no, you got another one. Worst truth or dare story?
Oh, did you ever play Truth or
I
Dare?
never did that shit.
You know why I wasn't good at Truth or Dare? Because I remember we played a couple of times, and so many people would just be like, truth, truth, truth. And it's like, you fuckers are too honest.
Or
There's
dare
no
would be
fun.
something stupid like eat this. And like, okay.
Yeah, I just got tired of, yeah.
Yeah. My hate list. No, we don't need to sit. That'll be all day. Talk about my hate list. Options on speed dating and online dating.
Options?
Oh, opinions. Sorry. Opinions on speed and online dating.
Have you ever done the speed dating thing?
No.
I've only seen it in television shows and movies. I've never done it.
I've never been that single long enough to do that.
Yeah. Online dating?
Oh, yeah. I did online dating.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I guess Tinder or Bumble or Cupid or whatever.
Yeah, that's funny because they got those other online dating stuff that's like, fill out these 50 pages so we can get to know you, so we can find the perfect match. And most people are like, nah, I'm just looking for something to fuck.
I definitely feel like I didn't jump on the Tinder train as hard as most of my friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's dumb easy.
Swipey-dee.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
dude.
Remember
I
when
got
you
a buddy of mine, he's like banging different chicks every other week.
Yeah. You used to have to go out in public to get rejected. Now you can just sit there with your
Yeah,
phone
it
and
was
go,
just- I'm
no,
just like, what?
no, yes.
Dude,
no,
I'm one of those
no.
guys like, you like me? All right, let's date.
Yeah, especially because a lot of those, the girl has to make the first, like if you match, they have to make
I
the first
never
move.
make the first move. I'm the worst.
Yeah.
But if I see that we made like a weird connection or laughing, then I'm already like, yeah, then I talk.
That is exactly how every one of my relationships has gone. I like sit there until the girl basically just comes out and goes, "You're an idiot. I'm interested in you. That's why I've been bugging you for weeks."
Right. That's how it works. But
Yeah,
I would
'cause
never be like, yo,
it's-
girl, what up?
It's just like an inside low self-esteem thing, like not believing anyone would ever want to date you.
Yeah.
And then I'm also that guy who just every breakup has been, I sit there and wait for them to dump me because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yes.
So instead I do that thing where I start just like not responding.
Not responding. Nice.
And that's why it ends badly.
Casanova.
Yeah, online dating. Oh, you that keyboard Casanova. You that digital Don Juan.
Digital Don.
I just imagine you in a bathrobe with a glass of wine, going to your laptop, opening it up. That's it, ladies. Good night. I've been in more relationships, broken up with more people. Never met them in person, though. Never met them in person. What else we got?
Jorge, I guess. That's his name.
You should know these names.
Yeah. Measles outbreak in Brooklyn. Shits everywhere in San Francisco. Bro, vaccinate your kids. Do you vaccinate your kids?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like, get the hell out of my house.
Against diarrhea? No.
But like measles.
Yeah.
This is like a 1930s disease.
He got the smallpox.
He got the pox.
He's got the polio,
Dude,
that one.
What the F, man? Vaccinate your kids, you bastard. You vaccinate your dogs, vaccinate your kids.
I think he's probably saying there's news stories out right now.
No, there is. It's an outbreak in
There's a
New
measles
York.
outbreak in New York.
Yeah. And I guess it's spreading in San Francisco. Which that's
It's
a
the
hard
same
leap.
thing? No, I think he's saying there's something else, like a different story in San Francisco.
I guess I didn't look it up. If I was on point, I would have did that.
Yeah.
Chris Alexander, can we make Orlando as big or even bigger than LA comedy
Why?
and social media? And how? And how so?
Why?
What do you mean by why?
I mean, why would we want to be as big as LA and New York?
I would like it.
Would you?
Yeah.
See, because I've always...
I would like the recognition that LA and New York get for comedy and here in Orlando, but I don't know why we don't get it.
Well, quite simply because New York is has TV, and LA has TV and movies, and that's why people go to those places. So, Florida doesn't have a strong film scene whatsoever.
Which I find crazy is a lot of independent films, like film.
Yeah,
film
it is,
fest.
but we don't have major studios, we don't have major networks, which is why
What's Universal Studios? What's Disney? What's
theme parks.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Why can't they make an official studio for?
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to like when it comes to tax breaks and everything else. Like that's why Atlanta has become such a populated film industry because they get so many tax breaks and everything else. I remember reading articles back when I was into becoming an actor and everything, where Florida just there's no incentive for companies to come spend their money here. You know,
It's a shame.
so yeah, it is. But I mean, that's why I kind of like our scene. I think it's a good size. We got a pretty good reputation.
I want it better.
So okay.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what the steps are. But I do want that like
I mean,
comedy seller kind of feel.
when you see the guys that are leaving our scene and automatically go to another scene, and within a year they're successful there. That means I kind of feel like maybe we'll never be a major league scene, but as far as minor league goes, guys leave here and they know how to stand out on the other scenes. I think that's pretty impressive.
You know what I want? I think what the bottom line is, I want a comedy club that's always a showcase that has up to like 15 to 20 comics like LA does.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 3 different rooms going on at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
There's, A room, B room, and C room, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't have that. But
No.
the problem is we are so saturated with open mics that people are not coming out because they're just kind of choosing where to go. I feel like there's too much open mics and not enough like focus on just a showcase. But then there's also a lot of comedians, so you got to kind of spread that out.
I think a big part of it goes like we are oversaturated on places you can go see live comedy, but there's no real quality control. When you go out to LA,
Right.
those guys are barking and filling shows, and even New York, those guys are barking and filling shows, bringing in audiences so they can have 3 minutes of stage time. Whereas in Florida, we just hand it to just about anyone who wants on stage.
Who wants to get on stage?
And you're an asshole if you tell someone they can't be on a stage, or like the way New York and California run, where they're just like, hey, we hold a lottery, well, I can say in LA, like the Comedy Store, you got to show up at like 8 a.m, put your name into a bucket, and maybe they draw your name for that stage time. And if you don't get picked, you don't get picked.
Dude, that's why I was so lucky when I called them and they put me on. I was shocked.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're from out of town? All right, I'll put you on tonight. Just show up at this time. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's so awesome. How'd it go?
When I went out there, dude, it was great.
You have a good set? How many people were in the room? Did you do the original room or you do the belly room?
I did the belly room.
Nice.
And it was packed.
Yeah.
It was packed.
What's that seat? Like maybe 80 people belly room?
Yeah, it was like 80 people. It was packed because they had a show afterwards. But the open mic / showcase started at like 7.
And see, the reason California and New York have so many people willing to show up because you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
You can
like,
have
you never know who's gonna
Bill
pop
Burr
in.
pop in, do a set. You can have Chappelle pop in, do a set. We don't have that
We don't have
kind
that.
of celebrity.
Yeah.
Why? Because we're not New York and we're not California, so we don't have
We're
those guys are out there because they're developing sitcoms and movies and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So you have that kind of like celebrity status going to happen out there, you know? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, here, God forbid someone's been doing comedy for a week and you tell them they can't be on a showcase because you don't feel they're ready. And then they're on Facebook bitching about how they need to be treated better because we're all one community and everything else. I'm like, I've never seen such a group of entitled fucks. Like, earn your way onto things. You work your way up. You get good enough. There's no reason you should be doing a show at the Improv when you've been doing comedy for 3 weeks. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I feel like New York and LA have more of a quality control thing, you know? Like by the time you get handed time in LA, you're ready and you're not going to blow it on being on stage going, well, what else did I want to talk about tonight?
Yeah.
Or, you know, Justin Lawson, or AKA Preacher's brother.
Okay.
When we had him on the show and he was talking about, he was like, man, in LA, if you lucky enough to get on a show, a lot of times the sets are only 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, here people are running the light after a week and they're doing like 6 minutes.
7 minutes.
Yeah.
Do 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're so lucky to get 5 around here. And God forbid you got a busy open mic night around here and you go, hey guys, we got a lot more people showing up. I want to get our bite time, so I'm cutting you all down to 4 minutes. Oh no, I was promised my phone. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? You don't even have 2 that's worth listening
All they do,
to.
you just started. What? You don't get 5. You get 3 to tops.
Oh yeah, you've been doing that at other bar lately,
Yeah,
huh?
I do that to
Giving
everyone.
people shorter sets.
Hell yeah.
Been working out pretty good.
Like last night, everyone got off free because it was such a dead night.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, everyone gets 5 minutes. I don't give a shit. And
It
we
seem-
still ended early.
It seems to be what was it? Last Monday was when we did the host auditions and that
Yeah.
place was packed out.
Packed.
And then this week I walked in and there was more people sitting outside.
Yeah.
than
It was
people
hanging out. It was cool. I mean, we had 9 people by the end of the night.
Yeah.
9 actual people. And like out of the 9 people, 3 of them stayed from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Still a show.
Right.
But yeah, it wasn't a good night for audience wise. But I think overall comedy wise it was good.
Yeah. So, I mean, back to the topic. When you look at LA and New York, what are those venues offering audience members? And when I say audience members, I don't mean other comics waiting to go on, actually people off the street. So you got New York, where you got these comics who are out there barking or pulling in people, giving away free tickets, selling tickets just to get their stage time. That's how they're earning their keep.
Right.
So you have an audience in that room. They're marketing, not just throwing up on Facebook, hey, I'm going to be at the Cellar tonight or whatever. They're bringing people in. And there's also the chance, like, have you ever been to New York and seen comics barking?
I have never been in New York.
Sometimes these guys go around with like a book that looks like an old photo album and they're trying to sell or give away tickets to come in to the comedy show. And they're showing pictures of all these headliners and telling these fucking tourists that like, oh yeah, Jerry Seinfeld swings in all the time. Jerry Seinfeld swung in once 6 years ago, but Jerry Seinfeld swings in all the time. So they're selling it like that. And at the end of the day, at least they're promoting the room. There's some showcases you put people on. Like, how many times do you see comics not even putting like, hey, I'll be here tonight doing a set? And they're like,
yeah.
oh, my friends have seen me a ton of times. And then they want to bitch. Like, I ran rooms for years, open mics and showcase and stuff like that. And some days, and I did the New Faces over at the Improv. When I started out in South Florida and they had me doing the New Faces shows, you were required to bring 15 people out to see you at the Improv on a
15?
Wednesday night. 15.
Holy shit.
So if
I'm lucky to
and
get
they gave you tickets and they had a list at the door. And there were several nights where if you only had 5 people show up to see you, sorry, you don't get to go up tonight. And
5 people, that's a lot.
but those 5 people would still sit there, watch the rest of the show, and buy the drinks, right? So a lot of people would hang out outside the Palm Beach Improv, giving tickets, trying to get people in the door so they can get their stage time, all right? They hustled. When I took over doing the New Faces shows down here and started telling people, like, yeah, man, I expect you to bring out like 15 to 20 people. Oh, man, I can't do that. I can't. Don't tell me you can't do it and then not even promote yourself or not even try to hustle, you know? But they were like just ridiculous in their head. Like, why would I do that? Why would I? Dude, it's part of this business is basically until someone realizes they can make money off you is 100% self-promotion, you know? even this weekend, I'm out there at Bonkers Boardwalk. And I've already put up stuff on Eventbrite and stuff, giving away tickets to my own show, because I'd rather put in a little bit of hustle now and have a great audience.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if they want me to fill the room, they should pay me more. Hey, you do you, man. Like, I understand. Yeah, if you're promoting your own show and filling the place, you want a bigger chunk of money. But at the end of the day, if I spend, an extra 2 hours of the week promoting so that I have a packed out room, and also I have more people to sell merch to, and also more people to hear my material, I'm going to do that,
Yeah.
So, but so many people on this scene are just give, but they never put anything into
pretty
it,
much. It's all
Or I'm
give.
sorry, take, I guess is more of it. So.
And I guess we got one more joke, and then we're going to end this, right?
What's that?
Alrighty, let's see. This question is from Joe from Couple Jokes podcast.
Oh, the guy who's gonna have the shit beat album by Vinny.
The guy that's gonna get his ass whooped by Vinny.
And you'll be able to see that on our Patreon.
Yeah. The question is, would you rather? Oh shit! I didn't realize it didn't stop recording. Fuck it. It goes. Would you rather shit out a softball or piss out a marble?
Really, that's how we're ending this?
That's how we're ending this. I already know this is easy for me.
Yeah, shit.
I shit out a softball.
Done.
I don't want to piss out no marble.
Done.
Are you high?
My 5-year-old has put things in the toilet that don't make sense how they got there. We've talked about it before. We have a poop knife in the house because we got cup his poops because they're so big they won't flush.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was an easy one.
That was an easy one. And that's
like
it.
anyone who says marble is
fucking retarded.
Those people like pain.
Yeah.
They're a masochist.
So.
All right.
Well,
so
this episode 59. Can't thank you guys enough for tuning in, listening to us weekly.
Mm-hmm.
As always, we have our Patreon account. Please help us out.
Yep.
And we will get you exclusive behind the scenes stuff. And we're working on that, bringing out new content every week.
Yep. And as always, feel free to reach out to us either via Facebook on our messenger there or
Instagram's the
Instagram.
best. Yeah. For me, Instagram.
Instagram works well.
Yeah.
Or you could be the first one to ever send something to the Obligatory Podcast Gmail account.
Yeah.
Go ahead, send us an email at the Obligatory Podcast at Gmail. We want to hear what you think of the show, what we can do better, what we can do worse. Probably a lot.
Yeah, probably a lot.
Probably a lot.
And if anything, if you happen to be on East Orlando this weekend, you probably catch me, but definitely you're going to see Myke headlining Friday and Saturday at Bonkers.
It's gonna be good. I'm trying out a bunch of new stuff this weekend. Stuff that's been working.
Oh shit!
Stuff that's been doing well at the open mics. I'm putting out. I ain't you. I saw you at Austin the other night with your new stuff. That's exactly what it sounded like. This is why I have road rage. This right here. I just see your face on everybody. You know what? It's like the water boy when Adam Sandler's just picturing people going,
needle dick.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is why I have issues. All right. Come out Friday, Saturday, Boardwalk, Entertainment Center. If you need tickets for that, hit me up. I'll get you on my guest list.
All right, guys, girls, thank you so much. See you guys later. Adios.